Fantastic Four official trailer number 2. I think this is definitely an amazing trailer. I'm really excited for the movie. I was excited for it when it was first announced. I like the actors that have been in it. I feel like all the actors that they've shown have been in things that I've seen. I can't recall where I've seen the woman from. I know I've seen her in something before. I just can't pick it out. But like the other three guys, the guy who plays the Thing, he was in Jumper. Probably not the greatest example, but I think he was a good actor in the movie. Reed Richards, I think a lot of people know him. He was just in the movie with J.K. Simmons. I don't know the name of it. I haven't seen it, but like everyone kind of loves that movie. He was also in 21 and Over, if you guys have seen that. He was funny in that. And of course, the Human Torch was in Chronicle and some other stuff, but I think a lot of people recognize him from Chronicle at this point. So I think they got some really good actors who are probably going to have some really boosted resumes after this film comes out. And I think they're going to definitely act it out really well. Visually, of course, seeing the powers for the first time was definitely really awesome. I think the biggest thing was, of course, the Thing. Like, what the heck is the Thing going to look like? Is it going to be CG? Is it going to be realistic? It seems like a mix of both within the trailer. I do like how he looks. I think the only weird thing about it is that he is so incredibly defined. Like, you can even see where his lips are. And you know, it's something that's really difficult to do. So it's not like I could be like, I think it should be this or that, because either way, when it's live action, it's going to be CG. It's not like it's just all animated and you can make it look exactly like it does in the comics. Because if he was 100% smooth like in the comics, it might look a little weird. And it sort of does. Like, if you look back at the old films, it kind of does. Like, I did actually think they did well with that one. I thought it looked pretty good. It was like, it was Rocky, but at the same time, you know, it was a guy in an outfit. And then this, it seems like they have someone in like a really big outfit, but he's like really Rocky and it's detailed. It's not like, here's rock and it's just like a flat surface of rock. It's, you know, this rock is big, this one's like really little. So it looks cool. Like, I love the design of that, where it looks like he's actually rock and not just, you know, one rock with a cool design on it that's smooth all the way across. He's got, you know, like even through his fingers, you can see, like I'm pausing it on them now, it just looks different. Like, it looks really cool. And like I said, the only thing that I do actually find weird is the odd definition, like on the lips, because it's like tiny little rocks that form his lips. Like, that's what it looks like. But it does look really cool. Like, I love the way the design is. We got to see the characters, like, through little tiny glimpses. Everyone got to use their powers. So we saw oops. We got to see Sue use her abilities where she's like kind of creating a big force field that pushes some of these tankers back. We got to see, I think we saw the Human Torch more than anyone else. Like, we saw him using his powers, and they had a really cool close-up of him, like when he just sets his powers off. I thought that one actually looked really cool. We got to see Reed when he's first chained down, and when he like jumps through this little thing, he like holds himself up by stretching his arms out. So it looked pretty cool. I think it was definitely nice. We got a little explanation as to how they got their powers, and the storyline of it, where it's not they didn't go in space. They went to another dimension instead, which I think is really cool, because with this going into the, I assume it's going to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where it ties in with everybody else. This will be the first introduction to, like, here's an actual, you know, alternate dimension. Like, the stuff they do with Thor, I know they're different worlds, but they're not different dimensions. Like, you can travel, if you travel far enough, you can get to Asgard from Earth. It just takes a long time. And just like they showed in the Thor 2 films, if you saw that, they have a fight at the end where they go to different planets that are like really, really far, but they're not alternate dimensions. They're just really, really, they're light years and light years away. And they showed that kind of through what the hammer did, because it goes to Thor, and it would really just shoot off into space. It wouldn't just stop because it's like, where is he? It would shoot off into space because he was just really far away. So this will be like our first introduction in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to actual alternate dimensions. And I think that's actually a cool first step. It'll probably be incredibly minor because it's just where they went and how they got their powers. But it's still our introduction to it. So that's a nice first start, you know, for the cinematic universe that I'm excited for, where, you know, if this does really pick up, which I hope it does because it looks really nice, they can kind of call back to it like, yeah, well, this is how we got our powers. We were in an alternate dimension, and, you know, maybe that's how they end up dealing with some other enemies in some future films. but it looks great. Like I said, all the powers look really cool. We got to see Doom. I have to assume because they mentioned there are 5 people that go to this alternate dimension. One doesn't make it, so he makes it somehow later, and that's going to be Doctor Doom, and he looks the same. Like that's the only unfortunate thing. I've never been a giant fan of Doctor Doom's costume, and you can't make it different. So it looks the same, and that's really all there is to it. The mask is similar. It seems like it's a much more form fitting mask. Like it has the same exact design, but it seems like it's not like the old movies where it would be like his hand, he'd be like this and take off a mask, and his face is like an inch away from the edge. It seemed like it was like basically right on his face. This is the mask, and so I think that looks kind of cool. It gives it a little bit of a sleeker design because it actually looks like his face and not so much like a mask. And he kind of had sort of a desert dweller type thing going where his cape was flowing and you could see like bandages all across his arm and stuff. I thought that was kind of cool. He's not like just in his suit and he's totally fine like a full on metal suit. He has the mask, but everything else is like I had to survive in this, alternate dimension wasteland for a little while, and this is how I did it and stuff. So he's gonna have sort of a dirty look, I guess is the only way I can think of to explain it. But it should be pretty awesome. I love the trailer. I thought it looked really cool. I think the actors are gonna be good in it. So I'm really excited for it. Like I said, I was excited beforehand, but I think this was a great second trailer to actually get a little bit of story. This is where they went. This is how they got it. This is kind of how we're changing the initial story. Obviously, Sue and Johnny are mixed race brother and sister because that was one of the things. Like, well, Johnny Storm isn't black. Well, he is now. Surprise. So there's that. I'm sure a couple people are gonna hate on that. But hey, I love it. The actor's gonna be good. The guy who acts as their father, he seemed like he was a good actor just through the trailer. I don't know if we'll see their mother because we didn't see that in the initial stuff because they were all adults already. And in this, they're like early 20s, early to mid 20s. So and plus they work with their parents, so they're all fairly involved with Dr. Storm. I think they said his first name, but Father Storm, whatever you're gonna call him. But I like the trailer, of course. I want to know what you guys thought about it, though. So please comment below. Let me know your favorite parts, your least favorite parts. Of course, I got to know if you guys are even, did this finally get you excited for Fantastic Four, the new Fantastic Four? If you're already excited, how much more excited are you? What do you guys think about the Thing and his design? And just what was your favorite part from the trailer in general? For me, I think just, even though it's kind of unfair to clump it all together, or maybe it's not because it's a trailer, but just seeing everyone's powers and even their awakening, Reed's wasn't that awesome because he just pulled his arm back really, but like Johnny like kind of went supernova and destroyed the glass. Sue turned invisible, and it was kind of I like the way they did it with her, and you kind of have to look, go back through it to really see it, but it wasn't just like boom, she's invisible. It was kind of like parts of her would disappear, just randomly across her body. It would be like a part on her cheek would disappear and a part on her arm would disappear, something like that. So I thought that looked kind of cool. It wasn't just like boom and she's invisible now. It was like it was like a little bit of a time delay. It would take like a second, but you could see where it starts and where it ends. So I like that. And then of course seeing Ben get up and he's literally just a giant rocket. He's like breaking out of it like a cocoon. That was definitely my favorite scene, seeing them have kind of wake up. So I don't know what you guys thought about it, so please comment below, let me know, and thanks for watching.